As long as you're here, you're safe. You can rest and not worry about what's happening in the world below. When you're in the Ark, time ceases to flow for anyone but us.
Is that all God can do? He can stop the flow of time up here, but he's helpless to prevent the world from being destroyed.
Yes, in 13 days God will reawaken. It'll all be over then, and no power in the universe can stop it. But the problem is, the world may have even less time than that.
It doesn't happen at the same time?
It should, but the world has been weakening rapidly under the onslaught of the chaos. The pace of the destruction is accelerating. Your problem is, if the world ends too soon, you won't have enough time to save all the souls you can. You have to delay the end for as long as possible. Now listen carefully, Light. What I'm going to tell you is very important. As the Savior, you have a special life force. I call it Aradia. It's the power of God's light. It gives you your powers, and much more. If you offer your life force, this Aradia, you can give energy to the world and delay the final destruction for a while.
I can delay the destruction, but not avoid it forever. When God wakes after the 13th day, the world is screwed whatever I do. But what does it matter how many days are left? The end stays the same. Why not keep the Aradia for myself?
Because if you did that, and the world ends before the 13th day, God will deem that you have failed. Then what will happen to your bargain? Will he still deliver on his promise if he believes that you failed to deliver on yours?
Right, the bargain. In other words, if I don't keep the world alive for 13 days, I don't save Sarah.
And not just Sarah either. The entire human race might be lost. So do you see, Light? Aradia is the key. You have to gather as much of it as you possibly can. And the way you do that is by saving people's souls.
So that's what I've got to do. Save souls so that I can save Sarah.
Yes, exactly. Remember how much snow has changed? Here at the end of the world, there are many people like him caught in the grip of despair, their hearts shackled by regret and longing. If you reach out and help them with their troubles, you can break those shackles. Then their souls will be released. They'll be free to be reborn in the new world, and in return, your savior life force will grow.
So that's what he wants. Rescue as many souls as I can before the world ends and takes humanity with it. My mission.
No more lectures today. You can head for the surface anytime you want. Just remember though, you have to come back here every morning at 6.
You're giving the Savior a curfew. Is that it?
There is a good reason. I'll explain it to you when the time comes. We can use the warp machine to send you back down. Just step in front of the device whenever you're ready to leave. Welcome, valued customer. The destruction began 500 years ago, but you know that. It was when the chaos first flooded into our world. Most of the world was lost immediately under the ocean of chaos. Only one small region survived. The survivors call their island of refuge Nova Chrysalia. The chaos brought destruction, and a kind of immortality too. Suddenly, everyone stopped growing. It was like we'd lost our time. But if that was a gift, it was a poisoned one. We could not age, and neither could new life be born. There were no more children, but although we were ageless, we were not immune to death. Sickness, accidents, and violence could still kill us. Life remained as fragile as it had always been. And so humanity began a new chapter of its history. The population slowly shrinking, the survivors falling into an ennui born of lives that last too long. Eventually, new creeds took hold and new legends created. One of these told of the Savior, a servant of God. She would descend to Nova Chrysalia at the end of the world, humanity's last chance for salvation. If you're ready to go, stand in front of the warp device. here to help. The Ark is the remains of the artificial cocoon, a planet built of steel, back when humanity still dared to dream of greatness. Bunavelza has repurposed the world we built. This is where the souls of the saved are kept, ready to be reborn in the new world. But the people down on the surface have forgotten what this stands for and simply call it a moon. The warp device is right there. Getting your bearings? Who am I exactly? It's a question I don't have the answer to. I don't know how I know the things I'm telling you. I don't know who gave me the knowledge. It's not that I have forgotten my past. Some memories are still there, and I can summon them when I want. It's just that I can't recall the emotions they should evoke, as if they're images of someone else's life. I know that I once lived in a great city on the surface of the planet. I know that Snow and I joined forces to try and battle the menace of the chaos. And then, suddenly, I was here. I tried to find out what happened. According to records that still survived, the man called Hope Estime disappeared 169 years ago. But the records and my memory end there. What happened after that? I can only assume I was in the hands of God. I was part of his plan, so he took me and prepared me for the role that I had to play. The warp device is right there. Rest up a while. The warp device is right there. By using the warp device, I can teleport you back down to the surface.
I'm worried about Snow. I should go to his palace.
You could, but I suggest you visit another city instead.
You want me to abandon Snow?
Down on the surface, time is stopped for everyone. The palace will still be on high alert. It would be next to impossible to get anywhere close to Snow.
You're saying I should let things cool down first.
I'm going to send you to Luxarian. It's the capital of the world. Or, what's left of it anyway. I'll place you inside an inbound train. When the train stops at the station, you can get off with the other passengers. Something has happened in front of the station.
All right, do it.
You're surprisingly calm for someone who's about to venture into unknown territory. But you were always brave.
Brave? I don't feel brave. I don't feel anything. No worry, no confusion, no fear.
That's good. But you still need to stay safe.
Train is now arriving.
Powerful religious sect known as the Order of Salvation. God's followers believe in ultimate redemption, and their faith helps keep the fires of hope burning. But even in this pious city, a darkness lurks untouched by divine light. A heresy that rejects the teachings of Supreme Benevelza.
It's another girl.
How awful.
I bet it's the heretics doing.
The Divine City doesn't look so holy now.
This was no accident. The girl was left here intentionally. Light! Help her!
There's no need. Just a dummy. Hope, did you see who dropped it? They must still be close.
My sensors didn't pick up anything at all. I'm running a search of the city's video database, but I'm coming up blank so far.
Doesn't matter. I'll just find out myself. Luxarian. The Divine City of Light. Is that what they call it? Trouble is, the brightest lights cast the darkest shadows.
It looks like someone's targeting the Savior. Let's see if we can find out anything from the crime scene.
This broadcast is brought to you by the Public Morals Office of the Order of
If you see
Salvation.
people who need
The
help,
time is now 9
lend them a
p.m.
hand.
Please
It could be an
pray.
opportunity
May the
to save
holy
a soul.
light dispel the chaos.
The Savior's mission is to rescue the souls of people trapped in prisons of pain and suffering. By forming a bond with them, you can lead their souls to salvation.
The horror continues. Another victim has been discovered. I knew the latest victim. She was a leading member of the Order clergy. She'd been a rising star, destined to become the next High Priestess. But then she retired suddenly, for reasons of health, or so it was said. And then this.
For your safety and security.
We need to solve this case quickly. Luxarian is the city of divine light, yet it has seen the murder of 3 girls in 3 days. The people seem to be growing fearful. If you find out anything at all, I'd be anxious to hear it. There are similarities among the victims. They have all been young women, and all of them had rose-colored hair. Yes, just the same shade as yours. You may also become a target of the killers. I urge you to be careful. If you find new information regarding this case, inform me immediately.
You should gather information and relay it to the Inquisitors. Once they have a good lead, they might be willing to lift the roadblocks. She's radiant. The Order has locked the area down. Looks like you're stuck there until they've made progress in the investigation. The Order needs as much information as possible. Search the premises for witnesses or suspicious persons. They'll appreciate the help. The Inquisitor will definitely be very interested in this information. Why not talk to a few more people? cooperate with the investigation. They're bound to open up other areas if they can make progress in the case. It'll be a win-win. Progress with the investigation before they unlock certain areas. Gather information and report to the Inquisitor in charge.
In recent days, the Etro fanatics, those unspeakable heretics who reject the Order, have been gathering brazenly on street corners. They're a sinister bunch, clad in stark white cloaks. I just overheard one of them say something very interesting. It went something like, if we kill the Savior, the prophecy will come true. Now, all the victims to date have been women. Could there be a connection? Are they trying to hunt the Savior? I wonder if I should tell the Inquisitor this information. It might be important.
That was a valuable witness statement. I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor can use the information.
The evil savior will die at the hands of the Shadow Hunter. It's certainly an arresting statement. I'd heard of the Shadow Hunter once before, from a guest that was staying here at the hotel. The same guest told me he's the head of that band of fanatics. But I don't know who he really is. Or was. At any rate, it's hardly surprising that people think those Etro fanatics are behind this recent string of murders. But is this man they call the Shadow Hunter the one pulling their strings?
The Inquisitor will definitely be very interested in this information.
It can't be. Damn it, it's not like him to be late. But what if... No, couldn't be that.
Something wrong? Not about those murders, is it?
God, no. At least I hope not. You see, it's the end of my shift, and I'm waiting for my replacement, but he hasn't shown. He's been late before, but never as bad as this.
You're starting to worry, right?
He likes to make out he's a tough guy, but he isn't at all, frankly. His name's Holmes. If you run into him, do me a favor, will you? Tell him Thornton's worried and needs to go home.
All right. If I see anyone in uniform wandering around where they're not supposed to be, I'll talk to them.
Even though she served the Order, she still looked on the heretics with kindness. She was the real deal.
Lightning. The Savior can use God's own holy power. With it, you can even manipulate the flow of time.
How can anyone control time?
With this...
Hey, lady! So these heretics, they believe in the goddess, right? Are they all bad people, or just some of them? Those heretics are always hanging around here, you know. They're easy to spot. They wear white clothes and huddle together muttering stuff about oracles. You know, they always stare at any women that go by. Do you think they're picking out their next sacrifice? Pretty scary, huh? I'm scared.
It's just...
The heretics are always talking about some oracle machine or something. What could that be?
But be warned, you cannot use it again and again. Only use it when it will count the most.
Thank you for your help earlier. What's that? You have more information for me. Interesting. I had been putting together a picture of the plot, but I was still missing important pieces. Not anymore. Thanks to your information, we have a good idea of what happened. I think the culprits must be hiding somewhere close. We'll have to keep the blockades in place.
You should head to areas with lots of foot traffic. Try your luck at this station, or the plaza out in front. The Order operates the regional transportation system. It's the city...
Holmes, my shift replacement hasn't shown up.
It might be worth checking out this area.
For your
Do you see any
safety and
suspicious
security,
employees?
The public transportation
I
office
always
has
said
directed
those
all
people
trains
would
to
cause
suspend
trouble.
operations.
And I was right.
Thank you for
Every
your
night I can see
understanding.
them, those weirdos in their white cloaks sneaking around the streets. Whenever I see white, I think, ugh, heretic. If there's one thing I know, that wicked shadow hunter, he's the ringleader of the heretics. Those fanatics are growing bold. Nowadays, there's always a gang of them in the plaza in front of the station. It's as if they are meeting to go someplace else. Speaking of which, it's usually around this time they start to show up.
That's vital information. Good work, Light. At this rate, you'll solve the murder in no time.
The trains are currently out of service.
I'd like a round-trip ticket.
Fishy. Very, very fishy. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the strange man I saw, lurking in the shadows. In fact, I've seen him a few times these last few days. He doesn't just lurk. I've seen him talk to the goddess believers who gather here. That's strange, right? When he realized I was staring at him, he melted into the shadows and disappeared. But with the Order's lockdown, he can't have gone very far. He can stay low, but he's got to come out of hiding. If we all keep our eyes peeled, we'll spot him eventually.
That was a valuable witness statement. I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor can use the information.
Who else could it be? It has to be them, right? So there's this place called the Forsaken Graveyard outside the city. You know it? What I've heard is that a bunch of people wearing white cloaks gather there every night. They're heretics who worship the goddess Etro. You know what I saw? Heretics carrying an unconscious girl. It scared me to death. Maybe it was just the dummy that they threw off the tower. Or maybe it was the murdered girl herself.
The Inquisitor will definitely be very interested in this information. Why not talk to him?
Damn. This is bad. Maybe I should turn myself in. Sure, I'll tell you what I did. Did you see the dummy with the rose-colored hair that they hung from the clock tower? Well, I was the one who made the wig. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those crazies. I just made it on commission is all. Ugh, when the sun goes down, this place fills up with them heretics. You know 'em, creepy lot, dressed in white. They call themselves the Children of Etro. One of them put in an order for a wig and I made it, that's all. Don't worry, I ain't gonna run anywhere. I'm gonna turn myself in, and soon. Maybe them heretics don't like me knowing what I know. Maybe they want to clean up loose ends. I'm safer with the Order.
So the culprits are the Children of Etro? But what's their objective? What could they be after?
Let's find out. Once the gates are opened, I'll try tailing them. Discreetly. It'll be the easiest way to find their hideout. I'll talk to the Inquisitors. Hopefully get these gates open.
No one, absolutely no one doubts that the people behind the killings are those heretics. The Order is conducting its inquisitions based on that assumption. The Etro fanatics who worship the goddess of death are all over the place. Just look for the sinister groups huddled together, dressed head to toe in white. It may mean nothing, but some people have witnessed the Etro heretics using the public phone near the graveyard. Furtive conversations in the streets. Prowling the city at night. It makes you wonder what they're up to.
Can't believe this.
It looks as though the Children of Etro are involved in the incident. The Inquisitor needs to know about this possibility. I think you should tell him, don't you?
All entrances to the North
Light.
Station area
Looks
have
like time's
been
up here.
reopened.
The blockade on the
For
area
your
has been
safety
lifted.
and security,
So
please
they believe that the
proceed
Children of
with the
Etro are the
business in an
culprits.
orderly manner.
The children are a
Officers
cult
and
that
those
worships the goddess of death.
Please obey all
Do you see
safety
anyone
officer
suspicious in the area?
instructions. Thank you for your cooperation.
Find the goddess's disciples and then try to follow them. It may be our best chance to stop the murders.
Welcome in. Come back again.
You work at the station, don't you? Your fellow attendants worried about you.
Oh no, is it time for my shift already? I completely lost track of time. Look, can I trust you? I saw who did it. You know, the people who threw the dummy off the clock tower? I got scared, so I've been laying low. I can't go to the station. That's where they'll look for me.
You were there? What did you see exactly? You have to tell me.
I don't have to do anything. But if you can protect me from those people and get me to the station, I'll tell you all about it. Get me to the station, and then I'll talk.
Light, wait here for now. Look around for any suspicious group. You need to follow the heretics. Be discreet and don't let them spot you.
This broadcast is brought to you by the Public Morals Office of the Order of Salvation. It is now midnight. Please pray. Let us thank God, who in his wisdom will build us a new world.
Holmes, you're safe. I was so worried about you, I could barely concentrate on my duties.
Sorry, boss. I saw what happened over where they found the girl. I guess I just panicked. I don't know why I got so scared. I'm sorry I let you down. It won't happen again.
Never mind, I'm just glad to see you're safe. Guess I never told you. Well, years ago, one of my colleagues was killed by a monster. I was afraid the same thing had happened to you. I panicked and asked this lady for help.
I can't believe no one told me that when I took this job. But anyway, sorry for the trouble, boss. From now on, I swear to you, I'm never going to be late. I mean, what if your heart gave out or something with worry? Can't have that on my conscience.
A true friend that cares. Maybe that's enough to save a soul.
Well, a deal's a deal. You got me here safe and sound, and so I'm going to tell you exactly what I saw. It was the children of Etro. They tossed the dummy off the tower. I really wanted to tell the Inquisitors what I saw. Honestly, I did. But I was afraid those heretics might find out and make me their next victim.
You got your potions? Thanks for stopping. What can I help you with? And thank you.
I've caused the boss a lot of worry and stress, and I feel bad about that. From now on, I'm going to try hard.
It's such a relief that young Holmes is safe. I know the end of the world is coming soon.
Wait, careful! They see you. Make sure you stay hidden in the...
Take it!
It's your... What's done is done. What's done is done. Savior's got a job.
Have to defend.
No! Sleep now. Blood's up now.
Have to defend.
No! Savior's got a job.
Get back to where you belong.
Savior's got a job.
Go to hell.
The light will get you.
I don't think this is gonna work after all. Alright, time to move to Plan B. We know they're headed somewhere, right? Let's see if we can find their destination without drowning them. Light, I have new information. Look for a phone that rings at night, where few people are around. According to the Order, the heretics use it for something. It's a tenuous lead, but why don't you try to find that phone?
Today, the City of Light has been the scene of much tragedy. A great number of our residents have lost their lives. Let us offer prayers once again to Great Beneverza, so that he might be merciful to the forsaken souls, they who have lost all hope of seeing the new world.
One thing they haven't
Thanks for stopping. And thank you.
I'm detecting monsters. Move carefully through this area. Light, you can escape from battle when you're truly desperate, but it comes with a price. All miracles do.
A price? What kind of price?
Your time, and that of this world. The more you run, the less souls you'll save. In short, you'll give up about an hour of your precious 13 days. If we can find a phone booth that rings late at night, we might be onto something. According to the order, that phone is an important clue. Find it, and we might just be...
Thanks for coming. What'll you have?
Good day to you. What would you like? Thank you for your business.
numbers?
Guess they're a password of some kind. If you give them the right numbers, you get to join the party. Simple but effective security. Handy if you want to hide a murder.
A password, huh? We'll need to figure it out somehow. Let's head back to town and look for clues. The heretical cult, the so-called Children of Etro, they become increasingly visible in the city. Judging by the tone of their message, they view the Savior as their enemy. What I don't understand is why they would target you. You're here to save souls and guide them to a new world. Why wouldn't they want that?
It's not that clear-cut. To some, God's savior looks as much a murderer as these maniacs do. I'm not surprised they're afraid.
Don't worry. Even if the world hates you, I'll always be by your side, Mike. that code?
The children of Etro are gathering now. They'll be out of my reach until they're done with their business.
It seems like a waste to just wait here until then. Why not get out of the city for a while?
I might as well. There's not much time left. I won't waste it.
Yes, your time is the most precious thing you have now. How you use these few days may decide the very fate of the world. It looks like the monorail is up and running. If you hop aboard... you can quickly get anywhere in this world. And there's another station on the south side of Luxarian.
I'm surprised you've heard of me. What do you want?
Hi, I sense you want to talk about something. Ask away. Is it about this message board? Or something more important, like my beauty regimen?
I want to talk to you. I think that you have it backwards.
Oh, don't be such a silly Sahagin. Everyone wants to talk to me, especially since I've been put in charge of this.
The message board?
It's not just an ordinary message board. It's called the Canvas of Prayers, and it's magical. An ancient spell has been cast on it, and now it can show people's hopes and dreams. For example, you know how people wish on stars, or by throwing coins into a fountain? I know you've done it too, even though you'd never admit it. This board collects prayers from all over the world, from all sorts of people, and makes them appear as words.
You mean anyone can come here and read them?
Just you. It's written in a mythical language. To anyone other than yourself, it looks like a jumble of nonsense. Now don't just take my word for it. Why don't you take a look? See if you can't read everyone's humble little wishes. That was fantabulously impressive. This is a little something for my very, very best friend who likes to help those in need. Oh yes, of course, I mean you. Chocoboco! It sure has been a long time, hasn't it, Lightning?
How do you know my name? I don't think we've met.
What? Don't tell me you don't remember Chocolina! Oh, duh, of course you wouldn't. Let's just say that I gave your sister a helping hand during her journey a long, long time ago.
You helped Sarah on her journey? I hope I don't offend you, but you're not entirely human, are you?
No, sadly, in my true form, I'm not nearly as drop-dead gorgeous. But I am on your side. I'm here to help, like I did for your sister.
I don't even know you. How do I know you're not lying to me?
Well, you're just going to have to try. Ooh, I know! I can tell you all about me and my past until I convince you I'm a friend. It all started back when...
Wait, never mind. I trust you. You're on my side. Please, stop talking.
If you're looking for adventure, try the Dead Dunes. You'll find what you're looking for, and more. There's no law out there, and all you'll find is sand and bandits. Oh, and treasure, too. Lots and lots and lots of treasure.
can't believe it. I just dropped it. now I'll never, ever see it again.
Did you lose something? What was it?
I lost my carbuncle doll. It was the prettiest green color. It was an antique. It was my favorite doll in the entire world.
Chin up. It has to be somewhere. If you search hard enough, you'll be able to find it.
I know where it is. The chaos took it away from me. Anything the chaos touches just disappears and you never see it again.
Just because you can't see something, it doesn't mean it's gone. In fact, there might be a way to get it back.
Really? I don't believe you.
All right, then I'll find it for you and prove it. You're looking for a green carbuncle doll, is that right? In this dying world, all the children have lived for centuries without growing old. Being alive for so long has stripped them of many things, including their naivete and hope. Is this your doll? The one you're looking for?
What is this? What happened to my carbuncle doll? It used to be green! Now it's the color of blood. It's because of the chaos, isn't it? I knew it! The chaos ruins everything it touches. Nothing is ever the same again. People, dolls, the world. It destroys everything. And even my mom. She's probably ruined too.
Perhaps the damage chaos had done to her doll was just the last straw. Perhaps she saw something horrifying in the glassy eyes of the doll. Whatever the reason, I cannot save her soul now. I took an innocent child and broke her.
Is it your first time in the city? If so, listen to this. This is North Station. The Yusnan-bound train is all you'll find here. There's a South Station as well. If you wish to go to the Wildlands or the Dead Dunes, the South Station trains will take you there. It's easy to mix them up. Be careful. The only place you can get to from this North Station is Yusnan.
Too long.
It's time to close up shop.
Welcome. Are you looking for rare items from the Wildlands? I've got a mighty fine selection. See you soon.
Star-inspiring waves send up from high above a name like a precious poem. Let me sing the song to you, gracious Savior of our souls. scarlet streak of light to the one that breaks the silence. You illuminate the night in most awe-inspiring ways. Send up from high above a name like a precious poem. Let me sing the song to you, gracious Savior of our souls.
Sorry, I'm out of wares. Today I'm here as a customer, just like you.
Your escape just now cost you an hour here in the world.
You? Huh? Send up from high above a name like a precious poem.
It's not the safest place in the world, but you can get almost anything here, and the price is always right.